Russia, Russia, Russia. It's all we've heard about for years now. Trump and Putin, allies or enemies? The question that everyone's been asking, but one organization in particular started a whole investigation over it. Crossfire Hurricane, to be more specific. Those involved remaining anonymous for so very long, but everything is suddenly changing because Lady Justice is having her justice. It had Trump screaming, Russia, 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 may he rot in hell. This story just blew wide open, and that is what we're going to cover for you today. My name is Justice Knight, today filling in for the beautiful, the talented, the amazing Lisa Haven. If you haven't subscribed to her channel yet, please double check. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure your bell is checked to all so you're alerted to upcoming broadcasts. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, just above, there's a link. I need you to click on it today. Just one click, only takes a few seconds. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel because, as you know, we flip-flop back and forth. You don't want to miss either of us, but if you want to assure you miss nothing we broadcast, every broadcast, every platform, every video, no commercials, no interruptions, plus exclusive content that is restricted. Republic.com. If you haven't been there, what are you waiting for? Lisa Haven and I created this years ago to make sure we can always bring you all the news that matters. We don't just ask for something. We give you something in return. That something is restricted. Republic.com. Get there today. Enjoy the video again. More than likely tomorrow. Exclusive content. Use discount code, not us, discount code Independence. $4 a month for 2 years, plus 14 days for free. If you haven't been there yet, man, you don't know what you're missing. It is what news was meant to be. Audience-funded news. No commercials, no sponsors, no interruptions. Beholden to no one but you, and that's the only way Lisa and I would have it. That is restricted. Republic.com. And now let's get back to this broadcast. So much to report on today. Politico, he's worried. Hunter Biden's legal woes take a heavy toll on his father. A story of father and son, but it's so much more than that. I know the sing-song tone we use, but you have to because we're covering a drama. It's all this government is right now. It's a big drama. Sitting there on stage in front of you. Who needs TV anymore? Just listen to your news. Behind closed doors, fears about the re-election campaign and his son's potential criminal trial have become an ever-present weight on the president. Hunter Biden knows he is into political crosshairs. Doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. In recent conversations with family friends, he has worried that he might have to flee the country if Trump were to be elected president again. Well, if you did nothing wrong, why would you have to flee the country? Just asking a simple question here, Hunter. According to two people who have spoken to him, he has also worried about the intense scrutiny that his family would face during the 2024 campaign. And Trump hasn't faced intense scrutiny. He hasn't gone through the Russia hoax for years now and continue to have to defend himself. But I guess it's different if you're a Biden than if you're a Trump. Just saying. It will be a pain greater than my father could be able to handle. And so, therefore, destroying a presidency in that way. Hunter Biden is the epicenter of the entire universe. It is because of him that President Biden won't win, according to Hunter himself. It is because of me. Not because of the policy, not because of lack of performance, not because of what's happened to our economy, not because the continual onslaught of freedoms. It is because of Hunter Biden only. Can't make this stuff up. Not our main story yet. No, our main story focuses on one letter agency in particular, the FBI. Of course, news every day seems to be trickling out about the FBI and all the things that they say they weren't doing that they were doing. Christopher Wray proven once again. Well, let Fox News, Jesse Waters, take it from here for one moment.
But the ACLU, the media, and the Democrats haven't said a word about the FBI infiltrating the Catholic Church. The left isn't actually against unconstitutional searches and seizure. They just want to be the ones searching and seizing.
So what is he referring to there? The heavily redacted records now out. A FOIA request coming out shows FBI targeting of Catholics went beyond what it claimed. What did it claim? As a refresher, this coming out of U.S. Congressman Mike Johnson's office, several FBI offices contributed to anti-Catholic memo refuting Wray's testimony. The information also contradicts, down here below, Wray's congressional testimony that the FBI's anti-Catholic initiative was a single product by a single field office. Really hard to make a mistake on that statement. Thank you, Christopher Wray, for being so black and white, because when the evidence comes out, it shows exactly that none of this is black and white. Now, is it? This FOIA request coming out by Judicial Watch. Interest or racially or ethnically motivated violent extremists and radical traditionalist Catholic ideology almost certainly presents new mitigation opportunities. Single field office, however, coordinated with FBI Portland, FBI Milwaukee, at least a part of this document we can see. You see, this was 99 pages, and I could demonstrate to you how heavily redacted it is. But yet within the unredacted portion, we find out it was more than just one single field office now, wasn't it? Man, why can't they just tell us the truth? Because if the truth came out, you can only go to guess exactly how deep this is, how entrenched this is, and how hard Christopher Wray will sit there in congressional testimony, state one single field office, but yet there on his own documents, we see two very clear as day, Portland and Milwaukee. FBI Director Christopher Wray and the agency have previously claimed the memo was related to a single FBI field office in Richmond, of which is not even named there. Can't make this stuff up. Trump savages FBI official arrested for colluding with Russia. May he rot in hell. His quote, not mine. The man involved with starting Russiagate to begin with, starting Crossfire Hurricane. I don't know if you got to see this interview with Jonathan Moffat, September 9th, 2020. Within it states, and goes to the heart of this story now. It starts up here. But there's the opening in the Crossfire Hurricane investigation that's been declassified. And it largely seems to be, to me, you can recharacterize what I'm saying, but from my read of it, it largely is an email embedded within an opening communication. Who was involved in that opening communication? How does this relate to Trump, the statement that he made, and a recent court verdict? If that's what you received, an email basically with the factual scenario from the friendly foreign government. Ms. Moffat, that's right. I received an email that contained essentially that reporting, which then served as the basis for the opening of the case, the opening of Crossfire Hurricane. Who opened this up? Who was involved? Because that's the centerpiece of the story. I received it from, it's redacted, we don't know who said this. If you have to give names, no, this was a section chief. His name, Charles McGonigal, which was in the division at the time. So Charles McGonigal, through a series of emails, ultimately here is linked to the initiation of Crossfire Hurricane. Why is that relevant to today's story? Well, here's why. McGonigal was the FBI's recipient of the fake tip from Alexander Downer that supposedly started the Trump-Russia investigation. He was also involved in the fake Carter Page Crossfire Dragon investigation. Just to further vet this out for you, you see here the date, March 16, 2017, communications with McGonigal, all talking about this Russia collusion that has been proven untrue time and time again. Well, this man ends up getting arrested. A former top official in New York has been arrested over his ties to a Russian oligarch. Charles McGonigal, who was in charge of the counterintelligence for FBI New York, tried to get Oleg Deripaska removed from the U.S. sanctions list, but it goes further than that. Disgraced ex-FBI official and Trump-Russia probe pleads guilty to criminal charges for a second time, going down in the article. The disgraced former FBI official who was once part of the Bureau Trump-Russia collusion probe pleaded guilty to criminal charges for a second time. This time, hoping to accept secret payments from a former intelligence agent, Charles McGonigal. The former head of FBI's counterintelligence division in New York pled guilty in the district to a single count of concealment of material facts for taking $225,000 in cash from an ex-Albanian operative while working for the Bureau. Federal prosecutors had charged Mr. McGonigal with 9 counts, including falsified records, concealing material facts, and making false statements. McGonigal is the 4th prominent FBI official from the Trump-Russia collusion probe to face criminal charges or to be investigated. But that wasn't the end of it now, was it? Ex-FBI official linked to Trump-Russia hoax gets 50-month prison term for aiding Russian oligarch. One of the key architects of the Trump-Russia hoax has been sentenced to 50 months in prison, along with $40,000 fine. Charles McGonigal was a former FBI counterintelligence chief in New York, specializing in Russian intelligence. Additionally, McGonigal was accused of working with Russian oligarch Oleg Deripaska, violating sanctions and money laundering for the Putin associate. McGonigal had been arrested back in January and slapped with 2 indictments, one in New York and one in Washington. McGonigal pled guilty to a single count, the one I just read you, conspiring to launder money and violating the International Emergency Economic Powers Act in August, and has accepted more than $17,000 to help Russian oligarch dig up dirt on a business competitor. Wait, now, isn't that exactly what you were accusing Trump of? Launched an entire investigation using our tax dollars to investigate something that you have now been proven to be doing yourself. So I'm just going to repeat. Mr. Posobiec says, an FBI official who investigated Trump for illegal ties to Russia but found none has just been arrested for his own illegal ties to Russia. Just take that in for a moment. It appears a lot within the Bureau of the FBI have a lot of questions that need to be answered. It's continual questions that need to be answered. The story we're going to bring you again tomorrow over at Restricted Republic. If you're already a member there, then you're going to kick over. You're going to get exclusive content once again, as we do every day. About this story I brought to you before, Clay Higgins brought his investigation skills from the streets of Louisiana, where he's a cop for years, to the halls of Congress, and where he's been investigating January 6th ever since it happened. And this interview exposes information about J6 that, well, none of you, I guarantee you, at least the majority of you, have not been privy to as of yet. What a bombshell interview. That will be at Restricted Republic. But before I leave you today, I need a favor. One of Lisa's longest sponsors, amazing company. Have you rolled your traditional IRA into a gold or silver-backed IRA? Well, if you haven't been to lisahavengold.com, then you haven't done it yet. What's one of the best strategies you could deploy for your financial future? Invest in gold or silver-backed IRAs. Noble Gold will help you with both. Just go to lisahavengold.com, and right now, for all qualified accounts, get this amazing 3-ounce silver coin. Again, for every qualified IRA account to get started, roll over your traditional IRA, get to lisahavengold.com. Man, that company is as bright as that coin was shining. That website again, lisahavengold.com. Can't thank you all enough for being here today. We love you all. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much for always tuning in. Until next time, Godspeed and God bless. Justice Knight, signing out.